Hi everyone, my name is Dave Moriarty. I'm a town meeting member, Precinct 6, and welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming special town meeting. I'd like to talk about Articles 1, 2, and 3 today, and I'd like to share a few of my opinions and my thoughts with you. Article 1, to see if the town will appropriate the sum of money to the Energy Receipts Reserve for Appropriation account for further appropriation, and to determine how the same shall be raised or do or take any action on the matter on the request of the Board of Selectmen. I don't know about any of you folks at home, but I really don't understand this article at all. It just makes absolutely no sense. There's no money, cash amount. We don't know what they're using the money for or what they need it for. So I'm not sure what this article is all about. I urge you all to contact your town meeting member representatives, contact your selectmen, contact your town meeting. Contact the your town meeting representative, and go over Article 1 with them and see what they think about it. Moving right along, Article 2. To see if the town will vote to support the Board of Selectmen's effort to maximize the benefit and thereby minimize any financial burden to the Falmouth citizens for the operation of the town's municipal wind turbines at its wastewater treatment facility at 154 Blacksmith Shop Road, West Falmouth, Mass., or do or take any action on the matter. On petition of Richard Latimer and Ronald Zweig and others. Now, Article 2 is something I am adamantly opposed to. What it breaks down to, the presentation that Ron gave at the Board of Selectmen was an eminent domain, a taking of my friends' and neighbors' homes. I mean, can you imagine that? The town of Falmouth is going to push these families out into the street. To me, that's just unacceptable, and I can't even believe that a citizen of Falmouth would even suggest doing such a thing. You know, this wind turbine issue has been plaguing our town for over 6 years now. We have absolutely gotten nowhere with this issue. There's no compromise. There's no solution. It was a failed project from day one. Many of us in Falmouth knew that it was a failed project. We tried to let our townspeople know how such a bad project it was. I mean, it was just it just didn't make any sense from day one. I mean, we knew 35 years ago that industrial wind turbines were inhabitable with human habitation. It's just impossible to live around infrasound. It's too powerful. The pressure waves are too strong, and it's just impossible to live with infrasound. The World Health Organization suggests that industrial wind turbines be a minimum of 2 kilometers away from any human beings. That's 1.2 miles, I believe. We don't have that here in Falmouth. Unfortunately, there's no place we can put these turbines. And taking people's homes to make an illegal project legal is just, it's just outrageous to me that the town would even consider doing such a thing. I mean, let's go back and take a look at how we got here. The town knew that they would never get a special permit. That's why they never applied for a special permit. Those turbines that are running today, well, there's only one running, thank God, Wind 2. It's running illegally. It doesn't have a permit to run. It never had a permit to run. Wind 1 never had a permit to run. Those are illegal operations going on today in Falmouth. That is illegal. The courts said it's illegal. We're in the process. The project's in the court system now, which brings me to Article 3. And let me just read that Article 3 for you. To see if the town will vote to amend Chapter 240 zoning of the Code of the Falmouth by adding the following article 34, wind energy system. 240-16 period D2. Any wind energy systems owned by the town of Falmouth and used for municipal purposes in existence as of the date of this bylaw shall be exempt from the provisions of this article pursuant to section 240-30-B and may be allowed to operate as a matter of right in a public use district or do or take any actions on this matter on the request of the Board of Selectmen. Article 3, due process. What the town is trying to do is to cheat my friends and neighbors out of their due process. Everyone else in town is protected. The only people who aren't protected are the people who live around the turbines. They've been tortured for over 6 years, and it's time that the town took a serious approach and took a look at where we are, what we can do, how we can get out of this fiasco we're in. I would like to take this opportunity to direct all our town meeting members, all our citizens, taxpayers, to please take a look at the Zoning Board of Appeals September 17th meeting. There's an excellent presentation done by attorney Chris Senni, who does a chronological timeline of how we got here, what happened, what mistakes were made. I mean, we've made some serious tragic mistakes with this project, and it goes on and on and on, and it seems to me like there's no end to town meeting and the Board of Selectmen coming to us every year asking for more and more money for litigation, more and more money for the maintenance account for the turbines. These turbines haven't made the town of Falmouth a dime. The only people who are making money off of this project are the attorneys who are trying to defend this failed project, and this project will never be legal. The only way the town can make this project legal, they've exhausted all legal remedies now. The only way they can make this project legal is to take my friends and their neighbors' homes from them, kick their children out in the street, and take their homes by eminent domain. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I think that is just outrageous. I think it's an outrageous thing to even suggest. And whoever's suggesting this ought to really take a long, hard look at themselves. Are they prepared to have everything that they've built up in their home and their family? Are they prepared for someone to come to their home tomorrow and tell them that they need to get out because the town needs their house? I don't think so. I think they would fight with everything they had to save their home, just like these poor folks are doing. You know, the state of Massachusetts is paying the town's legal fees, and the folks who are living around the turbines have to pay for their own legal fees. We, the taxpayers, are buying the bullets so the town can reload their guns with their high-priced attorneys to use against our friends and neighbors. And I think that is just outrageous. And it's about time that the town took a new approach to our legal avenue and started taking a look at maybe suing the Clean Energy Center, because they're the folks who really made this project come to Falmouth. They bribed our town with $1 million. They took this project to 4 other towns on the Cape. All 4 towns flatly refused to put those up in their town because they knew what it would do to their neighborhoods. They knew that the harm it would cause their citizens, and they said, no, we're not interested in your old antiquated technology. It's not going to work here. It's not appropriate. We're too overpopulated, and it's just not a good fit for the Cape towns. But Falmouth, on the other hand, said, sure, we'll take the turbines, no problem. We'll take the $1 million up front. And so, folks, I'm adamantly opposed to Articles 1, 2, and 3 for many reasons, but I don't want to tell any town meeting member how to vote. I want the town meeting member to do his homework, do his due diligence. please watch the Zoning Board of Appeals September 17th hearing. If you could just watch the Senate presentation, I urge every taxpayer, every citizen of Falmouth, and every town meeting member, please watch the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mr. Senni lays it out. It's done in a chronological order. He does a fantastic presentation. He goes through year by year by year, and he explains to the citizens how the town subverted all of the legal obligations it had to its citizens. Did you know that the Vestas company sent the town a letter 5 years prior to where we are today, warning them about the sound pressure and the infrasound, and how it won't take responsibility for the machines, and that someone from the town must sign off or they won't deliver these? And did you know that General Electric flatly refused to cite their turbines because they said that it was too close to the highway, too close to the residents, and it was just not a good fit? But our town, being arrogant and being pro-wind, ignored all of the warning signs, and they went ahead with the project anyway. And here we are today. So please do yourself a favor, become an informed voter, become an informed citizen, and please watch, again, the September 17th Zoning Board of Appeals Chris Senni presentation, and make up your own mind. And then once you've watched that presentation, call your town meeting representative. Tell him how you or her, how you want them to represent you, how you want them to vote. Call Mr. Suso, the town manager. Tell him exactly how you feel about what happened and where we are today. And call your selectmen, the Board of Selectmen. Article 2, I can't believe, for the life of me, I cannot believe the Board of Selectmen, without a discussion, unanimously supported Article 2, without even a discussion. Who knows what even Article 2 means? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. And you know why they didn't want to discuss Article 2? Because it's such an outrageous thing to do, to try to make something illegal legal by driving these good, hardworking families out of their homes is just unacceptable to me. It's unacceptable to anyone in Falmouth, and I urge you all to watch, again, the ZBA Board of Appeals September 17th hearing, and make up your own mind. So in conclusion, I thank you for watching tonight, and I thank you for watching the presentation, and I urge you all to please contact your town meeting representative and let them know how you feel about Articles 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a wonderful evening.